All right, so now we've gone over the saddle vent and all the other different components. So one of the last things we're going to go over is the SKED. The SKED is in the Officer 3 compartment on Heavy 7, and we're going to go over the components now. So the components in this top pouch, you have your vertical lift sling. You should have a carabiner attached at the top. Your midpoint is marked with orange tape, and then you've got 2 butterfly knots. So if this ever comes undone, these knots come out, you're able to find your midpoint here, which will help you later on in rigging. The bottom pouch, we have our toe strap, and then we have 2 horizontal lift straps. And then additionally, we've got some more webbing for handles as well in the bottom pouch. All right, well, we remove our SKED. All right, it'll be secured with 2 cobra buckles here. Once you undo your buckles, all right, so being rolled up for as long as it is, it's going to have a lot of memory in it. So the best way to do to make it more user-friendly, all right, we're going to put a knee on it, and then we're going to reverse roll it. All right, so we're just going to take the other end. We're going to roll it the opposite direction that it was stored. All right, and that'll help us keep it flat for us to load the patient and work with. So when we start lashing the SKED to do a vertical lift, we're going to place our carabiner at the top. All right, your drag strap is going to help you identify the headpiece, and then you've got 2 straps for locking the bottom of the SKED in. That way that helps you figure out your orientation. When we do this, we want this piece here, the top piece where our butterfly knots are and our carabiner are, we want enough room left over to where as this thing starts to pivot and swing, this has enough room to clear the top of the SKED. All right. We also want to make sure that it stays centered throughout. One of the common mistakes that we see or makes things a little bit more difficult is a lot of people want to start here coming through these grommets. Our recommendation is to start here. We'll come in through here and then out the next one. All right, once we've come out, you'll notice on the carrying handles, there's enough room in the webbing to feed the rope through. So you'll feed the rope through both. And then we're going to come back through here. And then right back out. All right, and just like we did on the other handle, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to feed through the webbing. And right back out. All right, once we've hit this point, now we'll come out the bottom. Once the other side is done, we will then tie a square knot here at the bottom. So now we're going to begin strapping the patient in. Start at the bottom. Pull it nice and tight. And we're going to Get his feet lashed in. All right. We're going to pull these nice and tight. All right. Try to get the toes pointed out. That's going to help settle the patient and keep the patient settled in once we begin our vertical lift. And then we will work our way up. One thing to note as well, what we found that makes for the most comfortable ride for the patient is to have them place their hands underneath the buttocks. Okay. Patient's strapped in. All right. So what we're going to do, once we have that top strap done, now we're going to adjust the drag strap. What we want is for that to pull nice and tight around the patient's forehead. Okay. Once it's there, we're now able to drag. The patient's ready to move. Again, we have enough room here for this to pivot freely for when that SKED tilts forward or backwards. It's not going to hang on the top of the SKED.